Hello and welcome back to the Crystal Lightworkers podcast. In this series, Crystals and the Subtle Energy of Life, we explore subtle energy, crystals and how they interact with your personal field. Today, we'll focus on crystals and intuition, strengthening your inner guidance and working with stones that can enhance your connection to your inner wisdom and subtle insights. What is intuition? Intuition is your inner knowing, the subtle voice of your higher self, often felt as a gut feeling, a sudden clarity, an aha moment, subtle nudges of synchronicities. It is your personal energetic guidance system, helping you navigate decisions, relationships, and life paths and choices. Everyone has intuition, but it can become dampened by mental clutter, overthinking, stress or fatigue, emotional disturbances, and a disconnection from self or nature, and misalignment with your truth. Belief systems color the intuition. So discerning whether the intuitive gut feeling is a belief or a message from the higher self is, for many, quite tricky. And this is where crystals can really help you find the mental silence to reach the subconscious mind and dive below these beliefs to a resonance or a feeling or a knowing that surpasses thinking. Louise Hay put it so eloquently when she said that she saw the subconscious as a team of people living in our inner world and filing every thought, word and action that we have in life. Over the years, the files become laden with the beliefs that we have formed, and when we aim to reprogram ourselves, doubt pops up and says, "Are you sure you want to file this? This positive, empowering thought? We have no room for it." And Louise was said to say, "Yes, I want you to throw away all the old files and start some new ones, all aimed at my highest good." I loved listening to Louise's analogy, and it makes total sense. I'm not saying we have inner people in our inner world, but we do have a sort of filing system, and our beliefs that are detrimental and not self-empowering are the ones that we tend to carry around with us like baggage, and that holds us back from having that full experience of life, living our best life and becoming our best friend, really. So when the gut feeling is a reaction to a belief as opposed to the truth, it then can be unproductive, and that's why we doubt. We doubt because, well, is this a belief or is this the truth? We first have to clear the old files to find the truth and connect to our heart to find the resonance with our higher self. I find that healers and intuitives often work well for other people, but sometimes struggle to follow the gut with their own lives because of their belief systems. So let's speak about crystals that will align you with your heart's truth first, because this alignment is important before the resonance can be truly relied upon. Crystals can help amplify and refine your intuitive signals, making them easier to perceive and trust because you are aligned with your truth. And always remember that your truth may not marry with somebody else's truth, and that's okay. So let's look at some crystals that support your intuition. Amethyst opens the third eye, enhances clarity and spiritual connection. And it does this because it helps to clear the mind and aid the process of connecting down into your heart and then into your lower abdomen where your gut feeling is. So it's your third eye that needs to connect with your heart, that needs to connect with the lower abdomen where the gut feeling is. Labradorite is another crystal that's very good because it protects and strengthens intuition. It removes illusions and helps you change your perception of reality. And therefore, we find our truth, and our gut feeling becomes even more potent because we're not seeing through the eyes of beliefs. We are now seeing truths. Sodalite is another crystal that helps with encouraging mental clarity and insight. It slows down mental activity. So if you're an overthinker and that's what's stopping you from getting into your heart to access your truth, then Sodalite will be a great ally. And it produces a deeper, more relaxed focus. Moonstone is really good because it enhances your intuition and emotional balance. So once you're emotionally stable, the Moonstone will strengthen that connection because you are coming from a place of neutrality. Your gut feeling will then be more potent again. So if you're looking for an answer from something that you have an emotional attachment to, then you're going to find your gut feeling may not resonate to the frequency that you want it to. So Moonstone really helps us find that emotional balance so that we can come from a point of neutrality to really connect to our intuition and find what is most aligned with our higher self. Clear quartz is another great crystal because it amplifies subtle signals, aiding a clearer connection with your higher self. So clear quartz can combine everything we've just spoken about. It's the master healer, but it also heightens and magnifies your ability to get a clearer connection with your higher self. So how do they work? Crystals naturally resonate with the energetic centers of the body, and when used with knowledge and an intention to link to the intuition, especially the third eye and the crown chakra, they will amplify and resonate with these centers by opening the heart to create a beautiful alignment. Crystals harmonize subtle energy, clearing mental and emotional interference, and they create a gentle, energetic amplification of your inner voice, helping you notice signals, recognize synchronicity and subtle nuances that may have previously been overlooked. So how can we work with crystals to aid our intuition? Meditation. In my opinion, meditation is a really important part of developing your intuition. When you focus on your third eye, start to trust the images, start to breathe deeply, and train yourself how to go into the void, how to go into the no mind, how to just sit and be. And doing that through meditation can take some time, but crystals that will help you, of course, are the Amethyst and the Labradorite on the meditation. Dreams are also a good way of improving your intuition. So place a Moonstone or Amethyst under your pillow and set an intention to receive guidance through dreams. And you may find that you wake the following day and you know what is the right thing to do for whatever situation has presented itself to you. Dream work, I find, is a really, really good way of being able to access your subconscious and have a deeper knowing about the situation that's presented itself to you and what to do about it. Journaling as well is another way. Often when you hold a clear quartz and then start writing and questioning yourself. So one of the things I do is I write down a question that I'm asking myself, and then I answer myself, and then I ask another question and I answer myself. And what I find is that the clear quartz helps me magnify my higher self, and eventually over time when I stop thinking and just allow myself to write, I answer my own questions from the wisdom that's deep within me, and that helps to bring your solutions to life, help you make good decisions, helps you become more spontaneous, and helps you stop overthinking. Carry a crystal with you to develop your intuition. Any of the crystals mentioned, there are others of course, but any of the crystals that have been mentioned will really help you. But set the intention to develop your own intuition. And intuition, in my opinion, is inner tuition. So start to look internally for what guidance resonates with you. Yeah, that feels right. And one of the phrases I used to use often when I was developing my intuition was, if in doubt, do nout, which is a Lancashire or Yorkshire, I'm not sure, saying that is basically saying, if you're in doubt, don't act. Wait until you're sure. Wait until your intuition has really kicked in and helped you know with certainty this is the right thing for me to do in my life. Okay, so recognizing intuitive insights. How do we recognize them? First of all, let me tell you that silence speaks. I'm going to say that again, silence speaks, because a lot of people think that in the quiet they're getting nothing. But actually in the silence, we really do deeply connect with that deeper knowing. And it doesn't always come immediately. So when you sit there and meditate, sometimes we finish meditating and all we've done is sat in silence and we haven't got any insight. And yet within 24 hours, suddenly we know what we need to do. And that's how working with meditation works. When we go into that silence and we allow ourselves to sit in the stillness, we start to unveil and unearth within us our own intuition. Another way to recognize intuitive insights is through physical sensations. So sometimes we get angel bumps or tingling or goosebumps or a warmth that runs through the body or a shiver, like, yeah, wow, my body is reacting and saying this is correct, this is good for me. Repeating signs, symbols and synchronicities. These are all things to walk with more awareness as to what signs are coming up, what symbols are presenting themselves to you, and synchronicities. I know a lot of people find that sometimes when they're about to text somebody and the clock is showing 11:11 or 19:19, this is a sign to say that you're in balance. This is a sign to say that you are where you are meant to be and you're coming from a balanced position. But again, don't take my word for it. Find what resonates with you. Yep, that feels right to me. Yep, that feels right to me. And if it doesn't feel right to you, then become more empowered and don't do it. Clarity after meditation and reflection. Crystals enhance these signals and make it easier to notice and trust and act on this inner guidance, because quite often we'll get the inner guidance, but the mind will talk us out of it. So allowing ourselves to begin to trust it and not overthink it and just feel it and know that we're following our truth and our heart, then you will find that the intuition will become your greatest compass. How do we strengthen our intuition? Daily practice. A simple daily practice. Begin each day by holding a crystal and setting an intention to notice intuitive signals. Take 5 or 10 minutes for quiet meditation or reflection daily. Keep your chosen crystal nearby throughout the day and record any insights, nudges or subtle feelings in a journal. And end the day by reviewing. This is important. Just look back over your day and review your intuitive experiences and expressing gratitude for them, because over time this will strengthen your trust in your intuition. If you don't review, you will never know. If you don't reflect over the day and say, did my intuition guide me at any point throughout the day? And look for them, because if you don't look for them, they will go by unnoticed. Think of your intuition as a skill that needs developing. And by doing these daily exercises, soon you will be able to trust your intuition and speak to doubt, making it your friend until doubt eventually goes away and you become totally empowered. So here's a short intuitive connection for you to try. So sit comfortably holding a crystal such as Amethyst or Moonstone and close your eyes, breathe slowly and focus on your third eye. Visualize a light gently expanding from the crystal into your mind, enhancing clarity and sensitivity to subtle signals. And stay present with this light for 2 to 3 minutes, simply observing any thoughts, images or feelings that arise. And if you just sit in the void, you will have done yourself a great service. So, crystals are a wonderful ally in strengthening your intuition, in helping you become more empowered, in helping you make more heart-based decisions and rely more on the truth of your heart, getting in line with who you are, what is good for you, what makes you feel happy, what brings you joy, and taking away those negative experiences, those fears that are stopping you from fully stepping into your heart zone. The crystals will help deepen your connection to your inner guidance. By consciously working with them, you can notice subtle signals to trust your instincts and navigate life with clarity. Stay tuned for the next discussion with us in our series of crystals and subtle energy of life, where we'll explore energy shifts through crystal meditation, moving and transforming energy. Please start to build your intuition. Start to give yourself the time to do daily exercises to improve your intuition, and watch as you start to take charge of your life. Watch as you start to rely more on your heart. Watch as your life starts to change. Your intuition is a beautiful tool, and it's there, it's waiting for you to develop it. If this has helped you today, please will you consider sharing this episode or leave a review for others to help to discover subtle energy and the wonderful benefits that crystals can help, and also to empower ourselves, because too many of us are relying on what is expected from us and belief systems and social programming. And so by using this information and resonating with what I'm saying, using crystals to help you develop your own intuition will help us all become independently united. So until next time, stay open, stay intuitive, and let your inner guidance flow freely.